Before I start the video, or before I get to the topic at hand, I just want to say that yes, I am still a wrestling fan. Just because I don't make a YouTube video doesn't mean that I no longer watch the product. I still watch the WWE. I still love it. I still think it's great. And I just took some time off because, well, to be quite honest, I just wanted to. No real reason. Just got a little bored, if you will, with making videos. And now I've had some time for myself, time away from YouTube, and I feel it necessary to give back to my subscribers, if you will. So here I am once again with another video, and wow, I gotta say first and foremost that Raw was last night. I was really looking forward to this Raw because of the whole It Begins promos, you know, the 2012 return, and everyone was speculating that it was Jericho. I was kind of hoping for a Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon comeback. That's what I was hoping for with the whole boy and girl in the cryptic video. I mean, it kind of made sense for me that way, but we got Jericho. No big deal. He comes out and, well, what does he do? He really panders to the crowd. He gets the crowd really involved. He has the crowd on their feet, cheering at the top of their lungs. He does all of that without saying a single word. Besides the, yeah, let's go, blah, blah, blah. But he never really actually got on the mic and said anything. And it was kind of, at first, I was thinking, yeah, this is great. We have a face Jericho making a return. I missed good guy Jericho because I just love the Ayatollah of rock and rolla gimmick that he was so famous for doing. You know, I love that side of Jericho. But we all remember that he left the WWE as a vicious heel, a guy that hated the fans, a guy that was actually talking trash about the fans every night of the week, especially on Raw. So he leaves, now he comes back, and the fans eat it up. Of course, that's just normal. Anytime someone takes time off, regardless if they're heel or a face, the crowd's going to give you a warm welcome when you make your return. That's just how it works. But I think it's funny at how Jericho comes out to the crowd, he comes out to the ring, and what does he do? He just plays with the crowd. He plays with our emotions. He's out there for what, 10 minutes? Yeah, about 10 minutes, and he doesn't say a word. At first I was like, wow, this is kind of cool because he's really giving back to the fans, I guess. It really looked as if he was trying to become a face just like that. And after it lasted for the first 5 minutes, I kind of started thinking that something's not right, you know. And then it went on and on and on for 5 more minutes, and I was like, yeah, he's doing this for all those internet smarks like you and I. That's what he's doing it for. He's just basically showing you that he can have you in the palm of his hand like that. And that's how easy the fans are manipulated. You know, we hate you 1 minute, but then just like that, a wrestler can control your emotions. He can take you from hating his guts to absolutely loving him. And he did just that. But the craziest thing about it was that he used no words. And that right there shows you how badass Chris Jericho is. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next few weeks play out because he didn't say anything. So now the only next step, I guess, is for him to come out and explain himself next week on Raw, which I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, that's the It's Beginning thoughts. You know, those are my thoughts on the whole It's Beginning, the whole return of Jericho. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays us even more, you know, see what he does. But okay, so it's 2012, a new year, a new beginning for the WWE. I thought 2011 for the WWE was pretty damn good. I don't nitpick like a lot of people do. I don't really get out a microscope and try to look at every problem with wrestling. I just watch it and I enjoy it. I don't really care about anything else. So I really have no complaints about 2011. It's obvious that the WWE is now starting to see that they have to push these younger guys. And I think they did a great job in 2011 with doing that. And I can definitely see that 2012 is going to be more of the same. So who's going to be the guys to watch out for in 2012? Well, I think that they're going to focus a lot on the same guys that they started focusing on at the end of 2011, and that's Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Zack Ryder. Those kind of wrestlers, those guys, the mid card guys, are going to be the guys to watch out for, especially Ziggler, especially Zack Ryder, especially Cody Rhodes. I named those three guys because those guys had the biggest impact last year, in my opinion, with their whole character development, their in ring ability. I mean, they just got better and better like a fine wine. And those three wrestlers, I'm telling you, they're going to really stir things up in the WWE in 2012. Just wait and see. You look at Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler has already had a WWE title match the second day of the new year with CM Punk. Now, the match wasn't a 5-star classic, but I still thought it was good enough. And so that right there should tell you that Dolph Ziggler is on that path to the world title. And it's so great to see because Dolph Ziggler is the one guy that took the United States Championship and brought all the prestige in the world back to it. And now you have Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is now the new United States champion, and I see Zack Ryder really doing good things with that title. I hear some rumors, though, that kind of have me shaking my head, if you will. The rumors of Mr. Belding, Dennis Haskins, kind of making a wrestling appearance, if you will. I'm not sure if that's really going to go down, but he was on Zack Ryder's YouTube show, and I know that Dennis Haskins really would like to actually become a part of the WWE. So whatever his on-screen character is going to be, is certainly going to be interesting because it's going to be interesting to see if he's actually going to play Mr. Belding, the principal from Saved by the Bell, or if he's just going to be himself. So that's going to be somewhat interesting to see. But yeah, Zack Ryder, he's really doing his thing. I'm not really a big fan of Zack Ryder. I'm not really a fan of how he came about. But you got to be honest. He has really paid his dues. You know, with starting out in the WWE a few years ago, started out in a tag team with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. I believe they were a tag team. He went from there. He had those weird ass tights. You know, the one long leg and the one short leg. I couldn't take that guy seriously for nothing. But then he finally got rid of that. He developed this Jersey Shore type gimmick, and he's running with it, and he's doing it rather well, and he has a lot of thanks to give out to that YouTube show that he's doing, because that show right there has really enabled him to display his personality and his whole character. It's really allowed him to hone in all those things that he needs to do to better himself as an on-screen wrestler. So, you know, whatever you want to say about Zack Ryder, you can say all you want, but you can't deny the fact that he's worked his ass off, just like John Cena has been telling you guys. So, Zack Ryder, watch out for that guy. And also Cody Rhodes. Like I've said before, Cody Rhodes, what bad things can you say about Cody Rhodes? I think Cody Rhodes had an excellent 2011. He became the Intercontinental Champion, brought back the classic white strap, and he has brought nothing but prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship. Now he's feuding with Booker T. Booker T, a former world champion. He's more of a veteran now. And I think it's great that a guy like Booker T is feuding with a guy like Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, a guy that's up and coming, a guy that's looking for, validity, a guy that wants to be looked at as a legit threat in the WWE. And Booker T is going to be the guy that's going to help put him over even more. And I really think it's great that Booker T's doing this. And it's really great that Booker T's actually in wrestling shape to do this. So Yeah, the series of matches that they've been having, not too bad. Booker T keeps getting the upper hand, but it's the pay-per-view matches that count. You know, these matches on Raw, sure, they do matter, but it's the pay-per-view wins that matter. And when they actually do have a match, which I'm assuming will happen at Royal Rumble, when that happens, that's where you'll see Cody Rhodes get that win. And that's the important win. And since I've been talking about the Royal Rumble, let's talk about who I think will be the winner of the Royal Rumble. And, you know, just like I did last year and the year before, I always pick a top three because you've got 30 guys in the Royal Rumble. It's kind of hard to pick just one. Although I did predict that Alberto Del Rio would win last year. And I'm very proud of that. So I'm going to see if I can do it again for this year. So I got my top three. And my number three pick, should be no surprise, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, a breakout guy who has done amazing things. He's headed towards the world title, no doubt about it. And what better way to help him get there than to win the Royal Rumble and get that WrestleMania match and an attempt for the world title? I think that's great. Next on my list, number two, Dolph Ziggler. Just like Cody Rhodes, two mid-card guys, Cody Rhodes and Dolph Ziggler, that did amazing things in 2011. I'm going to keep saying it. 2012, they will continue their amazingness, and they will do more amazing things. And just wait and see. But number two pick is Dolph Ziggler. Now, my number one pick, and this is kind of my, I'm throwing this one out there because I'm not sure how it's going to go down, especially since this guy just made his return. That's right, Chris Jericho, my number one pick. A guy who has been around, a veteran, a future Hall of Famer, a former world champion, but also a guy that has never won the Royal Rumble. And a guy that is going to feud with CM Punk. You know it's going to happen. You have CM Punk, the best in the world, against Chris Jericho, the best in the world at what he does. It's going to happen, guys. And what better way than to have Jericho add another accolade to his already amazing list of accolades? But what better way to just give him the Royal Rumble win and then an automatic guaranteed world title shot at WrestleMania? So that's it. Those are my picks. Gold Dizzy? Yeah, that's right. I'm Gold Dizzy and I'm back. Who knows how long these videos will continue to go. I might make one tomorrow. It might be a week. It might be a month. But hey, it's back. That's all you guys need to know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is Gold Dizzy. Peace out.